A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, the Wellness Center, Medical and Behavioral Health Clinics, Ticely Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. Welcome to this outdoor edition of The Big Story. I'm here with
Cecil Hodge
and Melissa Potter, both of the Virgin Islands Communal Association.
FICA. We are in the Emancipation Celebration season. While we are celebrating 69 years of festivities, it's way more than that when it comes to us being an emancipated people.
Correct.
And we're here to talk about what's going to be happening in the East End area, particularly on the Greenland field. But, you know, in the season, while we do all of this, there are reasons why we do it. So I want to hear a little bit first about your emancipation story. I know all of us have, and especially as a communal association, I know this is near and dear to heart. Look at your decor. Listen, she got on scrap mat.
Yes. Yes,
Representation of our culture.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go a little bit first. I'll start with you, Cecil. Your emancipation story, when we reach in this season, what it is that comes to you as emancipation?
Emancipation, when it comes to me, freedom. In other words, what it speaks to me and it says, listen to me, as a little boy coming up, when you hear about emancipation celebration coming around, you want to see things that you have never known before on that particular day so you can learn something. For example, when I saw, persons like Mr. Real actually walking the street with his kilivang, and you'll see him walking with the old iron board, and when you see him actually making the small little houses from wattle, and I'm like, what? This is what we used to really do back then. So you're learning things that you've never known. And then when you actually start to get into the situation about the Marby making, oh Lord, and the peas and rice competition as to how those persons used to literally, food-wise, literally cook back in those days. Or pea soup, as you know. Sugar, actually.
Before we go on, this is one of the things that, had me taken a little bit when I first got to the Virgin Islands. When you tell me about soup and I say loud sugar, I was like, I try to understand this, but growing into the culture, you got to understand and appreciate the value of that.
Awesome. Yes, exactly. Because, and I would tell you, there are persons who it is will tell you about guava berry. And when you're speaking about guava berry, they will say, I have friends from different parts of the Caribbean, they will say, I've never actually drank guava berry wine before, or even knew that it could have made wine. Even the way we make tarts here in the BVI, the plate tart. Well, we now use that metal one that looked like a metal that you buy from the store. But really and truly, it was what? They used to call it a porcelain, or it's like enamel. That plate could have actually spall. You little young to, you know what spall mean?
Yeah.
If you
burn you up?
No, if you drop it, because it makes some pus, it flakes.
It flakes.
But we got
rum cups and
yes.
enamel things.
Yes.
What we call that in Guyana?
Enamel
cup. Yes.
But that's what I know my grandmother and them actually making the patty. The patty used to make from that kind of material as well. So if you drop it, it spalls. And it spalls. So at the end of the day, when you talk about plate tart, it was really a real plate that they actually made the tart in. And I'm like, wow. So at the end of the day, coming around that point in time and you celebrating what was yours made me feel so proud that there was something unique to me and to my people. So at the end of the day, I look forward to seeing more things. You understand me? And that's what it really meant. And I know that there was something even further behind it, because those men and women who it is championed the cause of actually the whole Noel Lloyd and what he stood for. You know, persons from up Christopher Fleming, who is in this district, who I'm going to be playing. I ain't going to take her the secret there.
No,
I ain't going to take her the secret.
We'll come to it a little
You
bit.
understand
Yeah,
me? And people from up my side in the Bellevue area, people like Mr. Vaughan and Farrington, I passed that man house day and day, but he's so humble, never said he was part of the Noel Lloyd freedom fighting, and then Mr. Brushy and those persons from. So you get a whole sense of joy and pride coming around to you around that particular time and the remembrance. So it says a lot. So the question I always asks, what is the next phase?
Yeah.
What is that next phase? I mean, Dr. Joy DeRue wrote a book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. The freedom is not only just removing the shackles from their hands, but your mind. We have that level.
That's a long road. That's a long road, if you ask me.
A long road. So when you hear people saying that, you know, that we have given up these days and we don't have no, the work has now begun. Have to begun. It has started already, you know.
But it continues. It takes another level.
Oh, that another level.
The transformation.
That transformation. It got to come. So we got work to do, people. So don't talk about only just the jump up and people gyrating and only taking off half your clothes. That's listen to me. We got work to do.
Before we get to the actual event of what's going to be happening here on this ground, we want to hear your part. This was a beautiful conversation there. There's a beautiful perspective of emancipation. But I want to hear you.
Well, of course, I wouldn't close off that shine, because exactly what he says is, as a Virgin Islander, and all the different types of foods and cultural activities, and the reason why, and I'm going to step out from slavery, freedom is what it's all about. And we're celebrating our freedom. A lot of people get confused with a carnival jump up and a freedom festival emancipation. There's a level of respect that you still have to give, because its emancipation is something serious. It is when our forefathers were freed from shackles, as he said, freed from being the other person's property. And that means something to us. At least it means something to me and Cecile and to Kathy, because freedom is golden. Freedom is a blessing. And so therefore, when we're celebrating our freedom, it's not like a carnival jump up, gyration and nakedness. It's a representation and a joy and a celebration of what we want to move now and move forward and celebrate it. So even though they say, oh, they danced and they this and they that, yes, they might have done that, but they did it with decorum and decency. And that is what I would like to push, that. Celebration of festivities should have a kind of a measure to it. A celebration where we're going to talk about our rich history, our culture, the different things, like he said, the tart and then the displays that we're going to have. And this is why the Virgin Islands Communal Association has been formed, to make sure that the Virgin Islands history and culture does not die. Exactly. I say this over and over, Kathy, to every radio show, talk show that I've been on. I've gone to other places in the world. And when I go there, I want to learn more about their culture, their heritage, their people. And so when people come here, it should be the same love and respect. Learn more about my culture, my heritage, my people. And then we can have an exchange sometimes. But when it comes to our emancipation celebrations and our different celebrations that represent heritage, it should be respected and appreciated. And I think everybody, because we're all living here together, those of us who don't know should want to learn more. And those of us who do know should want to share with those of us who don't know. And then we celebrate together, because there are similarities and differences as Caribbean people.
Yes, and there's where we talk about how time has evolved, how the way we do things have grown to different levels. What was happening with our for parents back then is not what is happening with us. That tells us that things changed and
Changed.
it continues to change.
Yes.
And that was why there is such significance in organizations like yours,
Yes.
the Virgin
Virgin
Island
Communal
Communal Association. While they are, and you can't beat down a person for having a different belief
Yes.
and want to celebrate in a different way. But what is so key to know that the different components remain.
Yes.
So I share with you, you share with me. I don't have to accept what you do,
Correct.
but I can appreciate.
I was
And
about to
same
say
way,
that.
same
And
way
I
you
think
appreciate.
appreciation, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
When I went to Hawaii, and the first thing I wanted to do was learn about their culture.
Yep.
I went to a Polynesian center. They have a whole center that tells you
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
I went to Antigua, and I went to the, I think, village, where they had just told me all about the culture. I went to Dominica. All I wanted to do was learn about the culture.
Yes.
I went to Barbados, the same thing.
Yes.
So when people come to the beautiful Virgin Islands, there's something unique and distinct, and it must come out.
Yes.
So that even when our family, our friends who are living here among us go back home, they can say, in that country, this is what is different to
Yes.
us.
Yes, yeah.
This
Or
is
the-
what
or these are the
culture
similarities
Yes,
that you
yes,
see.
yes,
that's
yes.
All right.
culture.
So
Yes.
it brings
Yes.
us to what you're going to be doing
Yep.
here. It's what
Yep.
date? It's on the
It's the 9th of August. August, what we call August Wednesday celebration. We're going to this time instead of, I did a parade last year all by myself, me and Kathy. Thank God for Kathy. People say I look like whatever coming down the street. And
But
this
there was
time,
an
I look like
appreciation.
whatever. But the point is, I'm going to continue to represent the Virgin Islands
organization,
culture
yes.
as a person, because I love the culture. I'm a little biased, and as an organization, we all love the culture. And even Kathy has a great appreciation. She has been a great support of the Virgin Islands Communal Association
And it's
from
your-
time
thank you.
we met and in college.
Yes.
She's always received, and she's always wanted to highlight and even encourage. You even encourage me to make sure that our culture does not does not die, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
So run
today,
us through to what's going to be happening. here
yes,
on that
folks, I'm all excited, as you can see. Come on down on Wednesday, August 9th. August 9th. Here at the Greenland Field. I asked Kathy for us to be here because I believe in letting you feel the presence of the
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Yes.
But don't worry, it's not going to look like this. When you get here, you're going to see something live, something real, something beautiful. And I'm going to use my phone just to go through it. So don't think it's a lot, so I just have to be able to get it all. So it's the Virgin Islands Communal Association in collaboration with the Eastern Longlook Community Group and, of course, the grand support of the Virgin Islands government in conjunction, which will be the Festival and Fairs Committee, who have been the great support of us. And we appreciate it because it's always
Yes,
good.
so it's on the calendar of
Yes,
activities.
when the different committees can come together and we can put something and have differences but similarities, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So even though the Virgin Islands Communal Association, the Eastern Longlook Community Group, is more or less putting this up, spearheading the support from the Festival and Fairs Committee and the government of the Virgin Islands is very, 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 very supportive. Hallelujah. And we, the Virgin Islands Communal Association and Group, invites the entire territory, to a cultural and heritage village experience on Wednesday, August 9th, 2023 at the Greenland Field. It starts from it starts from, I want y'all to come early, huh? And leave the Juve early, huh? It starts at 10 a.m. straight into 7 p.m. That's where the error came in. We will have a fun-filled cultural experience for all to enjoy. Our lineup, we got lineup too, ain't just the rest of them got a lineup,
I
hey.
like how you're getting bigger and bigger and better every year.
Yes. We move on from a two trip down the road to something great. They said they didn't want to sponsor a parade. They were scared I had enough stuff.
yeah.
So what I said, okay, to show you that I have enough stuff, I'll bring them here and we'll create a cultural village.
Okay.
And when they heard the stuff, they said, that's a lot of stuff, It could have probably been a parade,
So we took the stuff off the
Off
truck
the truck
and bring
and
it
brought
on
them
the
here.
field. Yes.
Okay.
And then so our warm-up will be, we're starting with DJ Wink to do a festival warm-up. And then we have an awesome band of students.
Yes.
Mr. Hard students, if they sound good, I'm going to take credit.
Yeah.
If they sound good, bing, 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 bing,
My
bing.
debut. Yes, my little group.
And the group is called YRS, Young Rising Stars.
Wow.
They'll be making their debut on that day. So come on out and don't leave them hanging. Because we believe in people. We believe in our youth. And that is why they are on our lineup, because they want to be heard by the community, and this will be their grand opportunity. Then we will have my favorite, bias, the Prophetic Sound Group of Carrot Bay. Our community is still known as a Christian community. Even if many of us don't believe that, it's still known as that. Some of us still there praying and asking God for his blessings regardless of other circumstances.
Yes,
so
yes.
we still are a Christian community.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Yep.
we're going to
We still have
there you go.
That's your foundation.
There you go,
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
There you go. And so we'll be blessed with lovely gospel music for a half an hour. And then thereafter, around 12 p.m., 12 noon, the program will be filled with dance, songs, welcoming remarks by our representatives, our premier, the director of culture, hopefully a representative from the 8th district, history of our community, and the legacy of our stalwarts that have passed on, along with a skit or two. And then also, we'll be further entertained, It's a whole day of entertainment. And like we said, I took them off the truck and I brought them here.
Yeah.
So we have the 4-strong band, the ABM, All About Music band, the awesome Leon and the Hot Shots from Virgin. Gotta
wow.
see,
wow.
I did not leave out the
Oh,
outer islands. Huh? I might have
We
made
have
a
it.
mistake.
Yep.
I love them all.
Yep.
Invigorating, exciting, igniting, awesome music. Come on out. Don't miss it. And look here, for the children we have, now a lady said to me earlier, where you going with anything and they ain't cultural? I agree. However, we have to please.
Yes.
We have to
Yes.
get them
Like we said
gradually
earlier,
involved.
we established
So we
that.
have
You have
to
to cater
please.
to the
We ain't
different
going to
needs.
overdo it. We ain't
Yes.
going to gyrate, but we're
Yes.
going to please.
Yep.
So we have the bouncy house, a giant size toy, face painting, a carousel ride, hopefully. So we're going to have a little Coney Island style too, We're going to have
Okay,
everything
okay,
here, man.
Keep
A
it
train
exciting.
ride.
A massive
Yes.
day. We could even call it a fun day.
Yes,
A fun
yes,
day.
cultural fun
day.
A
Don't leave out
cultural fun
culture.
day, yes.
Yes. Cultural foods, of course. A lady says she's going to have her conch, her lobster, her wilks.
Yep.
You know how we stay.
Yep.
The,
They
the
start
pea
wilk
soups,
competition too.
the mutton
Yes.
soups,
What? Well,
all
well,
the different things are
wilk
going to be
cooking
right
competition.
here, right here.
now we got the Wilk talk going on, you realize?
Oh, yeah?
The big talk is the Wilk talk. All right.
Oh,
All right.
I forgot to walk with my conch shell, but don't worry, I have it on Wednesday. I repeat, cultural foods, cultural displays. Look, we got people who are going to be bringing some cultural displays. I'm only going to give you guys a little taste of it. Come out and see the rest of it.
Yes.
So
I
you're
agree.
going to see the outhouse. You're going to see the brick oven. The displays. You're going to see the we're going to have a coal pit, man.
Yes.
Okay.
Hope we're going to have our coal
Yep,
pit
yep,
light up.
assimilation
man.
of the-
Yes, man. It's going to be nice. We're going to have a well, the
Yep,
old
the
time
old
well.
time well.
Somebody
Yes,
suggested
when you
a
used to go to the
gentleman
gut,
said he would
yes.
build a well and with a trough and different things.
Yep.
And I'll let you come and experience the rest.
All right.
We will also have the legacy. We will bring to life the legacy of the stalwarts, such as the Honorable Leslie Malone, the Godfather,
Yep.
who wisely, I have to say this nice and firm, who wisely spearheaded our being able to use the American dollar that we all are grateful for. Aren't we?
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
all are
All
grateful
right.
for.
But I think I want to stop you there because what you would have established that is going to be out here is enough to make them want
To
to
anticipate
anticipate what
else
Yes,
is
more.
coming. So don't give us no more.
Yes,
But
yes.
I'll call the rest stalwarts though.
Yes.
We're going to have the Honorable Willard Whitley, who wisely took away the grant and aid from us so that we can have a more
Independent.
stern independence,
Yep,
yes,
yep.
and a more stern economy. Then we're going to also tell you a little bit more about many things about the Honorable Terrence Lettsome that you didn't know. Then, of course, I bet a lot of you didn't know that Honorable Dolores Christopher hails from Longlook.
Right here in Longloop.
Blood,
Right
the
here
blood,
in
the
Longlook.
blood, the blood, the blood.
Oh,
You see, a lot of people don't know
yeah,
that. And I won't say
Right
much
here in
more.
Longloop.
She hailed from the Nottingham estate right over there in the
Yep.
long look.
Long
look.
Take a long
And
look.
then, finally, of the stalwarts, we have another long look hero by the name of Mayor Christopher Fleming. And these
I
people,
tell you,
we're
you
going to
know.
have people to bring them
Yep.
to life. We're not only going to just tell the story, but we're going to have the characters
yep.
play it out on stage. We're going to
Yes.
have a nice tent.
Yep.
We're going to have a big tent for you guys to come
I
and
don't
sit.
know where I'm
100
spending the
plus
day.
chairs. 100 plus chairs. Come on out, fill the seats. We're going to have so many things set up in beautiful arrangements. So residents, And visitors, because I heard there's a lot of visitors here,
Yeah.
come on down
Yep.
to the Greenland field at 10 a.m. Wednesday, August 9th. It will be an experience you'll never forget.
Well, there is no more that you would want to tell anyone to convince them, because I'm sure that you are super fagilistic, espialidociously. Yes, convinced that you need to be here on August Wednesday on the 9th. This is a great initiative. I'm so happy more than anything else to see that the growth,
Yes.
the growth
Yes,
of
yes.
bringing our culture out, especially in this side of the island of Tortola, where we bring everybody
Yes.
into one place. But let me tell you this. I've had enough vitamin D for today, and so here is where we end this conversation.
Kathy just want to tell something that ain't so. I tell her leave it alone.
That's what I call it.
Kathy, we love you.
Yeah, I love you too,
Yes.
and we love you. So that's why we want to see you out here to enjoy this, to be a part of this cultural
Lots and
event.
lots of water for you to
Yes.
drink.
Yes.
Don't worry about
Yes,
it.
she talk a
Bring
show
your
own story
extra-
now. Thank you so much for tuning in for this very special
Yes.
outdoor edition
Thank you,
of The
Kathy.
Big Story. Thank you, God, for this vitamin D.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing.
All right. Thank
See
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life.
We will live well.
All clear. Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. I vote for Cowboy. As a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.